Good day, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to a new week, the last week of June, the last few days of the month of June. We're going to do a full dig around in this particular scan brought to you by TRADERCOBB.com and FTX, the exchange that I prefer to use, as well as my clients. And you can find 10% off your trading fees by clicking on the link below. More money in your pocket is a good thing. So, yeah, let's have a look at what's going on out there, because we've had this pullback in to this cradle zone. Look, we've had about 25% pullback into the cradle zone, but look, at the end of the day, we are in that zone. G'day, Winston. So we have pulled ourselves back up into here. By the way, if you are watching this, please do hit the like button. It does make a difference. And subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on your notifications, all those sorts of things. Thank you. Yeah, so you can see I got a dent. And you can see the pullback into here, into the cradle zone. As you can see, a bearish candle from yesterday. So that was Sunday's candle, a little bullish candle. Saturday, weekends, there's not been a lot of volatility around. So it's sort of followed through into this weekend, just gone past as well. Now, for me, when I look at this, I mean, look, let's be honest. Yes, there is a bearish candle right there. Did I raise an order to go short? No, I did not. The reason I did not is because whilst this is only a single candle, I've looked at this over here, and you can see price had pulled back on that specific candle quite some way. Look at the distance it pulled back. It pulled back 5%, and then the following day we closed down another 3.5%. So it pulled back, and look, in all honesty, oh, geez, I got twisted a muscle in my collar, or the back bit, the shoulder blade. Anyway, very painful. Yeah, so check it out. Look at it here, that little bearish candle. Very, very small, but I didn't like the way it's moved through. The way it's pushed through here. It's just not the nicest of chart structure. And yeah, we tend to find that people dip off once the market's not quite so strong, which is kind of weird. Kind of weird. People don't watch these as frequently when the market's not pumping higher. But the reality is, as you know, mate, we're making money on the way down as well. If people could just understand the importance of learning how to trade, you can make money if it goes up or down. You just got to trade it well. And I can tell you now that the last, I think I'm on something like a 15 or 16 trade win streak now. I'm going to touch as much timber and stuff as I possibly can, touch wood after saying that. But it's been consistently good, just ticking away. So yeah, you can make money in a downtrending market. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And it just takes away that fear, that uncertainty, that whole point where a lot of people get scared because the market's falling and they don't feel like they can do anything about it. Well, you absolutely can, but you've got to do it. You've got to take advantage of the opportunities that are available on the short side. Most people don't. That's fine. That's up to them. They just won't get to have the same trappings as what we do as traders. So again, we'll go across and have a look at our weekly here. Look at that. My goodness me, we've seen another week close up 2.39%. Not much, huh? I mean, you can very clearly see that, the weeks that are down significantly more than the weeks that we have had close up. Do I think this is the low down here? I don't know. I'm not willing to think. I will trade what I see, not what I think. We can see here our old 2017 highs over here. Now, if you recall, we haven't broken down through those the past bull runs high for I don't think ever. We've broken down through it here. We're holding. Would I be surprised to see a pullback up into 30? Absolutely no, not at all. Does that mean it's the end of the downward spiral? No, not at all. I am simply here to read the charts and trade the markets the way that I see fit. And for the time being, it's the downside as those trends on the bigger picture are there. But that would need to occur by 4 hour starting to roll over. And as you can see here, what we have had some upward momentum. Now we just sort of roll them sideways. So I need to see the 4 into a downtrend. So across the rest of the board, across the rest of the market, you'll see there's not really too much happening. Obviously, the day has only just started, 1 hour or 2 hours old, sorry. Let's go ahead and have a look at our purpose and just see what trends that we come across. I did not trade or even look at the markets over the weekend. Took my little daughters camping on Cockatoo Island. Wouldn't recommend it. I mean, we had a great time, but it was cold as shite. The tents were boiling hot during the day and freezing cold during the night, filled with condensation, so everyone got wet. And some wanker stole my wallet, so it's always nice. Don't you love cities? I love cities. I love living in an overcrowded, overpriced place where people steal stuff. Get me out of here, please. Please get me out of here. Okay, so you can see here on 1 inch, I'm looking at this here. We've got this, I'm just checking the 2-day because look, it's a really nice pullback into here. Still 21 hours to go, but we're not very convergent on those lows, and that's my main concern there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move on because we go high to low, and what I'm after is good cyclical trends. As you see with AVE, we did have a nice little bit of trend over here. Then I got ruined by this lower high, lower low. But there's really nothing pushing through. No real momentum going on there, which is what I'm really looking for. Same here on Cardano. If we focus here on the 4, a bit of a deeper pullback here. We did push to higher highs and a very deep pullback. Again, it's going to rule that out for me. Now, of course, I am only looking for cradles when I look through these with you guys. I'm not looking for boosters. I'm not looking for breakouts. It is literally just cradles here. Adventure Gold, no good. ACLX in here. Alchemix, ALCX, sorry. Nothing there. I'll go again. What I'm looking for is that nice cyclical trend. That nice trend is what I need. No, one thing I did have there, Winston, was internet connection. So I was able to block all of my cards. It's just a bit of a pain because I got lots of flying to do this month, and it takes about a week to get your card back. I got to work that out after I do this. Happy. Alice, there's nothing there of interest to me. Now, we're watching Alpha last week as a breakout. It did break. It moved very, very well. And anyone that did end up catching this trade did very, very well indeed from it. Now that we bring ourselves to today, I'll get rid of this level. Death Cross. Don't know what you're talking about there. Sorry, Benaya. I'm not sure what pair you're talking about. I really don't give any care at all in the world about moving averages crossing over. They're really, for someone who understands how moving averages work, and again, this is not me having to dig at you that you don't understand. I'm just saying that, you know, over 17 years of trading, and those moving averages don't do anything. They don't say anything to me. Oh, you got Alpha. Nice, Winston. That was a nice move, that one. So I'm looking at Alpha here, and I am seeing a really nice higher low and a really nice higher high with a clean pullback and a bullish candle. The main issue I've got is that we need to back it up with the daily, and the daily trend's a little bit iffy, and the moving averages are not in the right order. So that means I have to go past Alpha. I'll just check that 8 again, because that's... Yeah, okay, so when we're on that, Vinaya, your message here is it's just a signal that got confirmed more than not. So here's the thing, and I want to explain this to everybody. I think it's a really important thing to take on board here. So everyone please listen to this. When it comes to moving averages, you have to remember moving averages don't move price. The moving averages move, they are moving averages of what? Price. So price moves and the averages move. And look, it is very easy to do. Let me show you something, right? And this is not to be, I'm not being rude. I'm just giving you a breakdown as to why I do not care about moving averages crossing over. Because look, if I go back and look at the daily, for example, I can look at this and go, yep, see, Craig? See? It crossed over the 10 and 20. I know most people use the 200 and the 50 or whatever. I don't use those averages, so I'm just going to use this. They crossed here, and look, the market fell the whole way through. However, what you will have is this. This makes it look like the moving averages are a really good indication of what future price will do. It makes it look like that because it's crossed once and then they've stayed apart. What you do not get to see is during this, like as the let's go to let's use here for example. At that point, if the market had moved a little bit further up, and it probably over here or wherever, it crosses up. It goes back up. But then when the market moves back down again, it unfurls. So you don't actually get to see the little cross there. Okay, so what it does is it gives people a false... it gives people a false read. Because it is just so easy. Look, if you go back through, you go, oh, well, that was easy. Moving averages crossed back there. I'll buy there at 8,000. Moving averages crossed up here. That's fine. I'll sell there at 40,000. Oh, they crossed back over again. Okay, I'll buy it at 41. Oh, they've crossed back over again over here. I'll sell at 46. Easy. It's easy. It seems pretty legit. The problem that you've got is the price is dynamic. Therefore, price leads. The reason the market goes lower is because price is going lower. The reason the moving averages start to go lower is because price is dragging them down. The moving averages are dynamic. They are based off of price. So you will need to understand that for you to really truly grasp what is real and what is not. And I'll give you another example of that just quickly. Down here. Okay, so let's do this. Where's my little replay tool? Let me trying to think of a spot where it might. Trying to find it so that I'm trying to find an area where we might actually see multiple crosses, right? There's not a lot's been going on through there. We'll go to the 1 hour. Might not be a good example on this chart, to be fair, but I'm gonna have a little go anyway. Let's see. What's that showing? Not quite there yet. Okay, crosses up, crosses down, crosses back up. See, it just these little bits here. They as the price moves, they open back up again as well. That's not the best example, but the one I did before when I showed you Bitcoin on the daily, explaining to you how these move, how they operate, the price action, they'll continue to cross each other until there's a direction that has been made, and it can cross a couple of times before you get that direction. So the question being, but the time frame matters? No, the time frame does not matter at all. Not at all. No. In fact, if there is any strategy that is being taught to you, I will go this far as to say that if it's not applicable on the on all time frames, it's not that robust. It doesn't mean it's not going to work. I'm not suggesting that it won't work, because sure, there are scalping strategies that are available, and there's all sorts of different things that you can do, and especially if you're focusing on really low time frames or really high time frames. I've got no problem with that. But what I'm talking about is robust strategy. And what I mean by robust is, like, I use three strategies I can apply to any type of market on any time frame, and I know that the dynamic remains exactly the same. So for me, that's what robust is. I do not focus on moving averages crossing, and it drives me up the wall. But I don't know why I let it drive me up the wall, because the people that talk about it, and again, I'm not saying this to be offensive in any way, shape or form. The people that are spending all their day on Twitter posting about those sorts of things, they're not traders. They got 1 million followers, yeah, sure, but they don't know how to trade. They know how to get a Twitter audience. They tweet things that make people be involved with their Twitter stuff, so they follow them. They're not actually in the market doing it, but they do have courses. They will teach you how to trade. They just won't teach you how to make money. Big difference. But yeah, I'm glad. Thanks, Granny Bashan. That's a horrible name. And Benaya as well. Yeah, look, there's a lot of little bits and pieces like this that you get from somebody who does do this, who has been doing this full time for a long time. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a guy who trades, and I show you what I do. That's what I do. It's not much more than that. Okay, I'll keep moving through. There's no trend there. I'm going to tidy up my list here for sure. ample fourth. No. Sorry, when I say time frame doesn't matter, I mean it's an what I mean by that is if there's a moving average that crosses over on a daily, is that more important than it crossing over on a 1 hour chart? My answer is no, because to me neither of those two things are important at all. This isn't looking too bad actually. Pull back, higher low, higher high. Ain't too shabby. Okay, well, we got bigger picture. Maybe even a... Yay, look at that. Even a higher low here. All right, back to the 4. Hour 42. Don't want it to get too much bigger, but I'll tell you what. Chuck that in the blue FTX perp list there. And, yeah, I don't mind that. Let's just check that. Nah, the 2, it's definitely the 2. It's definitely the 4. The 4 is where the cyclicity is, where the trend is. I'm going to put that in. The first of the list is 8. Let's keep moving, looking for those trends. This one here, add send X. You might look at that and go, well, hey, shouldn't we be shorting that? Yes, one would suggest that that looks like a very obvious thing to do. However, the market is once again very, very thin, and it is open and very susceptible to spiking. And the spikes are very, very dangerous occurrences which increase our risk, and I don't want that. Atlas. It's got the volatility certainly kicked up, didn't it? But it's just a little bit too yo-yo, you know, in, out, in. It's just a little bit too much going on there for me. I'm gonna leave that alone. Keep moving past Atom as that's a little bit of a mess. Audio, no. AVAX is trying its hardest but failing again. Pulled back, nice little move, but then failed. That probably looked quite good in a 2, I'd guess. Yeah, there it is. That would have been a little profit available. Stop trail to there. You would have banked that. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I did not. I believe you, granny bashing. I just find that so weird saying that. Oh, this looks pretty tasty as well. Again, we're looking at the 8 hour, the high or the higher to mids. Higher low here, pushing on to a high, back to $16, back to a rough region of resistance. Have a look at the 16. Lovely. Moving averages are in the correct order. That is what I'm after. So I'm not interested in the cross, but I am interested in the order of the averages. That is a bloody ripper right there. Excuse my French. I'm not sure if that's swearing in your part of the world or if you've got a 4-year-old around or a 6-year-old, but that is a belter. That is an absolute doozy. That is going in the list. That tastes nice. Looking for more of those. So it looks as though it's going to be our 8 and maybe 12-hour time frames, which may be producing or providing, I should say, our options moving forward. Maybe another one here on basic attention token. Ooh. Yeah, not really keen to go long into that resistance. That is definite resistance running through there. Yes, sure, it's been broken once, but it's just not that smooth. I'm going to wait. I'm leaving back. Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, I'm trying to work, Winston. I'm sitting here going, if you guys are mates and whatnot, I'm like, is the old granny basher in the community? Because I don't know, it doesn't ring a bell. Question from Satoshi Islander. Hey Craig, are there any coins you won't trade regardless of how tradable it is? Do you mean from like a standpoint of moral high ground or something like that? You know, maybe I say, oh, I'll never trade BSV because I don't know, whatever reason someone might have. Is that what you mean? Sort of more from a position of what am I trying to say? Yeah, like moral grounds as opposed to I won't trade it. If you can clarify that, Satoshi Islander, I can help you with that question. I'm going to keep going looking for these good-looking trends if we can find them. Nothing much going on there with BSV. Talk with the devil. Too thin on BitTorrent. See these little funky looking little candles. This is a chart that I wouldn't be looking to trade because have a look at this. Have a look at that, young fella. Look how thin it is. Just shows that there's not enough liquidity. That's the only reason that I will not trade something. It's based completely around liquidity. If there ain't no liquidity, there ain't no me. Simple as that. Cake and solo. No, I can kick that to the curb. Where are we now on Celsius? A bit wild at the moment. Oh, okay. So here's one there for Satoshi Islander. I'm not saying that I won't trade Celsius. There is liquidity there. There's been a lot of movement, obviously, on the speculation of its survival. But for me, I would be very cautious. And the reason I would be very cautious is because there have been these whopper moves. You know, 1 4-hour candle there is 225%. Those huge moves can influence that liquidity, or sorry, the slippage, and therefore add to my risk. So it always comes back to a matter of liquidity. I hope that helps. And again, that is something that it's one of these little things that, I mean, you guys, I think, get me about once a week in here when I do the start of the week scan of the perp list. I do this, or either Lou does a Monday, Friday. He's back now, which is great. I do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I do videos throughout the week explaining this stuff. So the idea of the community is you can ask questions, be involved. My apprentices, all that sort of stuff are there. My mentors are there. I'm there. And you're able to pick up on these little tiny things. As opposed, like the little things like liquidity, what it looks like, how you act with it, how you use it. These are very valuable things that you need to learn. A lot of the time not spoken about by other people that are, that might be offering education. And again, it's just simply because for the most part, a lot of these people are not really traders. They might have something that they sell, but are they in the market each day? I know they're definitely on Twitter every day. Look at this, old support. Ding. Resistance. Would you trade Doge because I love it so much? Absolutely. Enough liquidity there. I am still in shock. It's a top 10 still, but yep. It's got liquidity. Adding a bit more to the trading account to fund my training course. We'll definitely complete the masterclass. Get in there, mate. Get in there. Take it easy. Yeah, the sooner you get in, the better, mate, because you are going to smooth out a bunch of stuff and learn a schnitzel ton. That there, my concern twofold. A little bit of a blip up here, like it's not the prettiest pullback. It's got a little lower high, resistance being there. There are two things. Two things is enough. I'm out of here. Cream, bit of a spiky mess. Again, lacking in the, liquidity stakes. Kronos. I think that's going to be very divergent on the two. There it is. As you can see, as price is making lower lows, the MACD, the biggest Mac of all, is certainly not. CRV, we can go past it. Civic, no, looking for trends. Trend. I think we're going to don't think this is going to look too good on the 8. Oh, geez, Louise. Bah. How's that daily? Yeah, the daily moving average is not in the right order. Oh, that hurts my back when I have a little cough. Oh, Voltaren is good, but not strong enough today. I'm going to go past Dash to Dawn. Nothing on Dawn. DeFi. That can come out of the list as well. Why? A little blip here. It needs to carry itself through. Did not do that. Therefore, I pass. I move on. Dent. 2 tests. That's not enough for me. Okay, Satoshi come back. Yeah, more from a position of FA, fundamental analysis. Like there's a bunch of tokens with heaps of liquidity, but they could be rug pull susceptible. Well, look, that's a good point, a very good point. And one of the things about that is, trading with FTX for most of my trades, it is FTX because I've got my margin there, and it works well for me. I like the platform. The thing is that typically FTX are pretty good judges of the liquidity in the team. So for me, I do make sure that I will trade the perpetual contracts. Yes, other spot markets may have liquidity, but they could be a rug pull. So as Winston's just put in there, your stop loss, that's going to help you with that. Don't forget that if you're using margin, that what one man's rug pull, which would be bad. I mean, I think a rug pull's bad in any case because people get ripped off and it's horrible. But one man's bad on the rug pull is the person who shorts pleasure. Look at Luna. People making millions, tens of millions off of a single trade there. So it just swings and roundabouts, you know what I mean? Doge, look, if it comes back in a little bit further, I'm just going to come back and have a look at this. This thing's just, like, this has been one of the strongest recoveries in our top 10. Look at that. 57%. Either way. Yeah, Sam, I can't remember if that post that I put up was a 1,000,000% or 100,000%, but either way, he made a lot of money. Sam in the community, that is. 19%. What? I don't know why I did that. Looking for a pullback. Yeah, that can go on the list. That can go. Because look, higher low, higher high. If I get a nice clean pullback in here, just Doge could be a goer for a long. Nothing there on dot. Dragon is also a bit of a flop. Divergent on DY. DX, Eden not looking too good. Elron not looking too good. Engine, nah. Quick check, but don't think so. No, I can leave that. Just tidy up my charts as I go. Ethereum Classic. Not there yet. Got to push itself through. Ethereum itself. See, I jumped down to the 2. I see this little bearish candle. If that was up in here further, then that would be a serious play for me, possibly tomorrow on the close of that candle. Little higher low there, little bearish candle. There's not enough there for me to be looking to short ETH just yet. No concern about doing so. More than happy to. Just needs to be, the setup needs to be there. I can leave exchange per feeder. I can leave file. Not looking all that crash hot either. Sideways on Flamingo. Flow. Well, check the 8, but I don't like the look of that just yet. Not enough definition in the pullback. You'll see if I jump to the 16, you won't see a trend there. Oh, you just see it actually. Yeah, a little pullback there, but either way, the cyclicity there, the pullback there, it's not got what I'm after. Phantom, I'm jumping straight to the 12. Doesn't matter, moving averages on the daily are not there, and that's not, no. Again, not enough cyclicity. I'm looking for that nice follow through cyclicity. Onto FTT, which is, of course, FTX native token. There's a little bit of something up around that 29 region. Little higher low here, pushing on pullback in just now. The 8 hour. Oh, yeah, that's... Again, you know, we've got a higher low and a higher high, but it's really only just taken out those. So it's not, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, again, that really nice bouncing ball structure, that cyclicity that allows me to take advantage. Oh, hang on. Go back to the GLM, this moonbeam. Moonbeam. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Don't know what that was. But I'm going past it. Ooh. Stepping. Here comes the hot stepper. Higher low, higher high. Pulling back. A little bit of a larger candle. 8 hour got a bit. It's got a trend, but too many sound effects for me. If I make sound effects, it typically means that it's not clear. And if it's not clear, it's not there. So that's what I'm going to stick to with stepping. Moving on, GRT, nothing there for me. Hedera, grinding lower. I want to see nice cyclicity, nice push through, nice trend. Whether it's up or down, I don't mind. A lot of these dailies, I'm not really looking too much at getting into the position on the dailies. And the reason is because a lot of them just look a little bit shit. Excuse my French. Couple levels of support running through. I'll go back to GMT. You said GMT, right? 30. Looks like a 30-minute short too. Oh, in here? Yeah, but... oh, that's a 30 there, sorry. Yeah, the thing is, though, is that, you know, you jump to the 4 and there's clearly an uptrend there. So, again, just don't want to be carrying that additional risk at the moment. You know, if the market decides it wants to plummet hard... Cool, that's fine. I'll go to the lower time frames and I'll find my position. If the market decides it wants to go higher, fine. I can go to the lower time frames. I can find that. As a matter of fact, we've got a couple of options for the upside from this list so far. But right now, I'm more than happy to let the market make its move. Some of those, but as I said, some of those long options that we've seen on Doge and a couple of others, I will be watching them into the close because some of those do, in fact, look really nice, to be fair. Looks rare. A little roll over there. Not too much to speak of. Yeah, again, I'm not. Yeah, I know I'm looking at it quite a bit. The 1 hour's just not really got what I'm after. The 4 hour does have a lower high, lower low, so that means I can drop to the 2. But does the 2 give me anything that I'm really interested in? Not really, no. So sometimes it's very, oh, not sometimes, it's very important to be able to just go, you know what? It's not jumping out at me. I'm just going to go past it. But what you can't do is you can't then let something like that, you can't go back and look at it and go, oh, I should have taken it. No, you've got to be comfortable in the decision that you make in the moment, right? Otherwise, you'll let that get into your head, and the psychology it'll mess up your head, and it won't be pretty. It won't be a good thing. Here we have a little bullish candle, but not enough cyclicity there again on Litecoin. Mana, I hit the 8. We might have something to work with. Higher low, higher high, hit the 16. Do we have moving averages in the right order? We do. I am willing to watch that coming into the close of that candle later on this evening. And nothing on maps. Matic, no. Mid perp needs to do more than that. It's coming out of the list. If you are new in here, please do hit the like button. Give me a like. Make sure that other people get to see this, because I know it's not the most entertaining content out there on the YouTubes. But as far as anyone who's looking for somebody to learn to trade or wanting to understand how to read a market, this is valuable. Mina. There is a bit messy through here. I'm not too concerned about that, to be fair. This little bullish candle there is looking okay. I think I'll just do one more check of that, just looking at the daily. Yeah, look, it's not blowing my hair back. Yes, I have no hair. I know, I've noticed. But I'll watch it on the 8 as well. I'll come back and have a look at polka dot. Oh, sorry, no, we've gone past dot. It's not there yet. Yeah, I just need to get rid of this bit, then I can just, where is it? Get the full chopper going. Nothing there on Mango. Mobile coin, no thank you. Metal. Rolling and grinding. That reminds me of something from maybe Happy Gilmore. I don't know why. I'm going to go here onto near and check that 8. Ooh. Little bit of a dinger there, but it's not too bad. That daily not in the right order. The 16 is... Nah. Sound effects. When I started watching your market scans, I thought you had Tourette's. Hoping the scans wouldn't be filled with swearing out. But, well, I don't swear. I do speak a lot of nonsense. I do joke around a bit, but I don't swear. Look, I tell you what, when it comes to near, we've got the 8 and the 16 both sort of backing each other up. I don't mind that little blip. It's not too big. It's not too wild. I'm gonna pop near in. Again, we got 5 hours or a bit more than 5 hours to wait there. Let's keep going. Neo, no, OKB. Ooh. I think we're going to be let down the 16 there. Yeah, there's no real trend. I'm going to leave OKB. OMG is sideways. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nah. Yuck. Now, no, while I say yuck, one thing I will suggest is this. We've got a lower high, we've got a lower low. If it continues to roll down, pushing lower, that next pullback could be a worthy target. But it's just got too far to go right now, so I don't see any point in having that in the watch list and clogging at that watch list if there's nothing that's really going to occur anytime soon. So when I flick through these at a relative pace like I am now, the reason being is that I'm looking to see is there any trend. If there is no trend that is clear to me, I am not going to bother sitting on that chart. Now you look at this on the 8, this one does actually push to a new high just here and then come off. I don't like this chart structure as much as say near Mina Mana and some of the others that I've got. So I'll move on and I'll take that out of my list. And it's just a process of repetition really, team. You do this every day and or whenever you can, and eventually you get very quick at doing it. Thor chain, what have you got for me here, young fellow? Very nice. High, low, high, high. Let's check that. Oh, we're on the 8 here. Whoops. 8, well, let's check the 16. Yes, yes, indeed. Rooney, 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 Rooney. I'm going to keep an eye on that in the 8. See how that goes coming into, well, the 5 hours until that candle closes. The old sandbox, bullish candle there, but a little bit of a blip up there. I'm not a huge fan of that, nor the 8. I'm moving on. I hope you can too. 8. Nah, Seiko doesn't have that same flow, that structure that I like to see. All right, let's have a look at shit perp. That's about the only time you'll hear me swear because it's actually what it's called. High, low, pulling back in. Little blip there, but it's only a single candle and it's not being broken, so I don't have a problem with that. We jump now to the 16. 816, 816, resistance up there, but there's plenty of room for one-to-one. I think there's some better options out there, to be absolutely honest with you guys. I'm not going to put this one in because I do see that the chart structure and some of the other charts is more betterer. This is probably going to look good. I don't dislike it at first glance. Clean pullbacks, couple thereof. Then I'm going to pop that in too on the old Solana, no. Serum's a bit of a mess. Step I can leave. No. Storage going a bit too bananas. Stacks not much for me there either. Sushi, I can bid farewell. Not enough extension through here when it comes to Theta, you're going to see. A little bit wonky in there on the lowers as well. Needs to clear through this region. Yes, it's done it once. It needs to carry itself through properly. Set this and rock it off. Get clear of those levels. That's what I'm after there. True. Nothing really on Tron. Oh, hang on. Uniswap on the 8 might be all right. Let's have a look. Pull back in. I don't know. Yeah, I'll pop it on in. It ain't bad, but a long way to go yet. So that could feature later if some of the others don't come to fruition. That's fine. Waves, a bit of a splendid mess. Gold, no, NEM, nothing there but sideways. Quick check on the 8 here on Stellar. Yeah, a little blip there. I think with some of the other options that we've got being quite lovely, I'll stick with those. I can leave Monero as we've only just taken out highs and it doesn't look all that strong. XRP needs to get itself through there. All right. Can it build into there? No, well, look, if you know what a breakout is, if you've done the Become a Master course, keep an eye on it for later on. If it sets up, it sets up. Check that 8 out. No, nothing there on Zilica. OX has a little bullish candle right there. Let's have a look. Is it liquid? Is it liquid enough? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Okay. I don't hate that. There's a bullish candle right there on a different time frame to the 8. So that might be a sitter for the next hour or so. Keeping an eye on it. Let's have a look now at the list we've put together. It's not a small list either. It's quite nice. Check this out. We're going to start with the 4 hour here on 8. We're going to put ZRX up there as well because it's also a 4. Now, I don't want that to get, oopsies. I don't want that to get too much bigger, but we do have a higher low, a higher high pulling back. We do fit a number of the the rules or tick boxes in the cradle strategy. So 8 needs to be there. So too does ZRX. Higher low, higher high, pull back, bullish candle in the cradle. Looking not too bad if it closes like that, I would suggest. Obviously, you always make your own decisions. Coming now to Axie, we enter the world of the 8 hour. As you can see, a very clear high low, a very clear high high, a very clear pull back to 16 buckaroos. Back that up now with the 16 hour, moving averages in the correct order with convergence in an uptrend. We can tick all the boxes. Doge, we come back to Doge. Ah, yes, that's right. Sorry, 4. So I'll put Doge up there as well. Let's keep the 4s together. So Doge is a bit of a slow burn. It's going to take a bit more time because it needs to ease its way back into the cradle zone, for which it's not even started yet. But if that does pull back and give me a little bullish candle in here, yeah, I'm cool. Actually, we've done Mana back onto the 8. Little bullish candle there with the 16 hour backing it up with convergence. That's good. Mina exactly the same. We're looking at the 8 on a pullback. Nia, 8 on a pullback. Rune, 8 on a pullback. Very nice, this one. Very clean pullback there as well. And so far a small candle. Of course, over 5 hours still to go. Solana on the 8, same sort of thing. Little bullish candle. And finally, Uniswap also in the mix. So essentially we've got 2 that with Ape and ZRX. There are 4 hour options for the next hour. Not the top of this hour, top of the next hour. Then after that, we've got the 5 hours to play out to have those 8 hour candles start to close. So we're going to have options now, and we're going to have options later tonight at what? I think it's 10 o'clock, I think. Either way, keep an eye on it. Actually, when is that? I can tell you right now. 6 o'clock. Sorry, the next candle there is 6 o'clock. This one closes at 6 o'clock. So we've got a 2 o'clock close, top of the next hour. And we've got a 6 o'clock close, which is for R8. So a decent little watch list there. Be very interesting to see if we do get a rich selection of options to trade. Don't forget that if you have not got your FTX account, you can actually save some money on your trading fees, 10% in fact, by clicking on the link below here in the description. And of course, if you haven't got ahead and become a trader course, or for that matter, to become a master course where you learn the trading strategies that I use and my team and my clients day in and day out, then take the chance. Go get stuck in. 10-day full money back guarantee available there as well. We back ourselves because we know it's bloody good. You have a good day. I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.